What's going on, guys? Back with another SHTF overlooked prep, and this is the 11th video in the overlooked prep series. And I'm going to talk about a critically important prep that a lot of people don't think about and that they overlook. And this is critically important. I can't emphasize how important it is, and that's the carbon monoxide detector. So a carbon monoxide detector is critical, I would say, for SHTF. You need to have some type of way of detecting carbon monoxide for a variety of reasons. There's different sources of carbon monoxide. After SHTF, if you're going to be using a generator, a wood stove, some type of a heater, if you have a propane heater or a kerosene heater, if you have like a buddy heater, a portable buddy heater, which I have, if you have a generator, if you have a wood stove, if you're using some type of a kerosene lantern, cooking, if you're cooking, and you're using some type of a propane stove for cooking, or some type of isobutane stove, there's a chance that you may build up carbon monoxide fumes inside of your house or your bug in or bug out location, your retreat, your homestead, your house, whatever. There's a chance you're going to build up carbon monoxide. So from those different sources I mentioned, those are probably the most common. People, they have generators when there's SHTF, so there's always a chance that the generator could cause carbon monoxide buildup, especially if you run it close to your house. There's a chance that your wood stove could create carbon monoxide, especially if the pipe gets clogged, the stove pipe, or if it's a leaky stove, it's an older stove. There's a chance from your portable heaters and your kerosene lanterns. Any type of cooking stove also, if you have a cooking stove, and then also a grill, if you're going to operate a grill of some kind, and if you operate the grill indoors because you want to, if it's cold outside, like right now it's January, and let's say you have some type of a grill and you want to operate it indoors or partially indoors, you may have your screen door open or something, your sliding door open, and you may have the grill close to the house to keep it out of the elements. If there's a bad storm or something and the power is out, you want some lighting on top of the grill, so you're going to keep it closer. So there's always a chance of carbon monoxide. Let's see what else. I have a list here. Some of your piping systems in your house may get loosened up, which can cause carbon monoxide to be released. So like if you have a furnace in your house, that furnace could get messed up, especially after SHTF. There's not going to be, you're not going to have the ability to perform maintenance on your heating systems. So a lot of the ventilation that ventilate the gases from your furnace or from your stove, they may get loose. There may be leaks, and because you don't have a technician that can come and inspect your furnace, because it's SHTF, so a carbon monoxide detector is super critical, especially when you consider a lot of people are going to be using generators. A lot of people are going to be using gas heaters, like the buddy heater, especially if it's winter time. A lot of people are going to be using wood stoves. A lot of people are going to be cooking with they're either their house stove or some other type of cooking fuel, and possibly with a grill of some sort, and then also, like I mentioned, your piping systems may get messed up. They may get clogged. Your chimney may get clogged. If it's SHTF, you may forget to check your chimney because you're so busy doing other things. It may get clogged with debris or snow or whatever. So you need to get yourself a carbon monoxide detector and have multiple carbon monoxide detectors ready to go with a lot of spare batteries. This one here has two AA batteries that comes with it. and it has a 10-year, it's supposed to work for 10 years, you know, so once I turn this on, it's supposed to work for 10 years without any problems. I think I got this at Lowe's for like 30 bucks. But you know, you should have multiple carbon monoxide detectors, at least like 3 or 4. So you could put them in different areas of the house, you know, especially if you have kids. You want to put one of these near your kids, you know, so if there's a carbon monoxide buildup in your where your kids are sleeping, if you have a newborn or something like that, you know, you want to keep this nearby them so they don't build up carbon monoxide in their bodies. You know, and then you know, you should keep one of these in your vehicle. If you're going to travel and you have an RV or a camper, and you plan to use some type of a heater inside or lanterns or something like that, you know, you definitely want to keep one of these in there as well. So carbon monoxide detector, this is critical. It's a critically overlooked prep that a lot of guys overlook because everybody's so focused on ammo and guns and things like that. They overlook simple things like this, which are really important. You know, if you build up carbon monoxide in your house, you're going to be in trouble before the marauders come. You know, you're going to be dead before, you know, you're not even going to make it until that point where you have to deal with the marauders because, you know, the carbon monoxide from your generator or from your wood stove is going to build up, and you're not going to know that it's there. So, you know, carbon monoxide detector. And as always, you know, if you're using any kind of combustible, you know, thing, make sure you have good ventilation and you keep it far away from any open windows in your house. You know, if you're running a generator, keep it, you know, don't keep it near like an open door or like a window. So this way the carbon monoxide can get ventilated away. You know, if you're running a wood stove, you know, check your stovepipe, make sure it's not clogged up with anything. You know, check your chimney cap. You know, check the seals around the actual stove itself, the door. When you close the door, make sure the seals are good and make sure the stove is not leaky. And you know, same thing if you use a barbecue or some kind of a grill, keep it further away from the house. You know, it's a fire hazard, and then also you can get carbon monoxide build up inside. So you know, just practice good safety with anything combustible, and get yourself an alarm, a carbon monoxide detector. So they're pretty cheap, and you know, everyone should have them. So and get a couple of them. For SHTF, you're going to want to have a few. You know, don't just get one. You know, get a couple of them, have them on hand. You may have to let somebody borrow it. You know, your neighbors may need it, or family members. You may need to give some of them out to people because they didn't prepare. You may want to put them in different areas of the house, or you may want to have a few spares in case some of them fail or they break. You know, you want to have a few spares on hand because the stores are not going to be open, so you're not going to be able to just run to Home Depot and grab one if you need it. So, you know, keep a few of these on hand at all times. I can't mention how critical this is. You know, you should have at least a couple of these. Keep them on hand. You never know when you need them. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. And remember the 3 Ps: prepare, practice, and persevere. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care, and God bless.